Hello everyone, and welcome to the Felix Frame, where we frame the news you need to know. We are your hosts,
Chris Knapp
and Miley A.
So let's get right into the news.
Marbella Nieves Hernandez and Arturo Alvarez Gomez are your 2024 Homecoming Queen and King.
Senior happy ads for the 2024-2025 yearbook are available now. They will be available until November 1st.
The end of the first grading period is today, October 4th, and the LHS Fall Choral Preview Concert will be October 6th.
If you haven't taken your picture yet, picture retake day is October 8th. October 9th is the PSAT for grades 9 through 11, and the SAT retakes are for seniors.
The variety show is on October 11th. There will be many performances this year.
Now here is Maida Bradbury to tell you all about sports.
Saturday, October 5th, we will have girls volleyball participating in the Hoosier Conference versus Lafayette Central Catholic in the Variable. Girls JV volleyball will be at Lafayette Cathedral. Boys JV soccer will be playing against West Lafayette, which is a conference game for them. On Monday, October 7th, boys varsity soccer will be having their sectional, and their sectional field is to be determined. JV football will be playing against West Lafayette at home, and volleyball will be playing in the Variable against Delphi. On Tuesday, October 8th, girls and boys varsity soccer will also have their sectionals. On Wednesday, October 9th, boys will have their soccer sectional at an away field again. And then on Thursday, October 10th, girls soccer will also have their sectional at an away field, and girls volleyball will be playing against Winnemac at home. On Friday, October 11th, the boys varsity football will be playing against Western for a conference game at home. Thank you. Also on Friday, October 4th, we will have our senior Ladyberry golfer, Sophia Kay, participating in the IHSA state finals. Congratulations, Sophia. We are so proud of you. On Saturday, October 5th, she'll be participating in state round 2 at Prairie View Golf Course. Girls volleyball will also be participating in Hoosier Conference versus Lafayette Central Catholic at home. Girls JV volleyball will be playing against Cathedral at Cathedral, and boys JV soccer will be playing at West Lafayette.
Most students have been affected by the school's new policies.
Some schools are mandating clear backpacks, while Logansport High School is taking another route.
This includes banning bags from being carried throughout the school day. The state might not mandate this policy, but the school is taking it very seriously.
Here are students Yoslin Robana Santana and Cesar Martin Acosta and teacher Jordan Rhodes on how they feel about the policy.
My name is Yoslin, and my grade is, I'm a sophomore.
All right, what are your opinions on the new backpack policy?
So I really hate this new policy. I think that it was inconsiderate of students, and I'd be okay with it if it was perhaps if we had newer lockers and if we were allowed to carry laptop bags or purses or pencil bags, because I read the policy and it states that students aren't able to bring any bag of any sort. And I was like, well, I can't bring a pencil bag. I just carry all my colored pencils and my pens in my hand. It doesn't make sense. I understand that there are some safety concerns, but I will say that someone brought up shootings, right? The shooting in Georgia, from what I'm aware of, the kid that had nothing to do with his backpack. And I think that if someone is really determined to do that kind of thing to a school, they do it with or without a backpack. So I don't see how backpacks can really promote safety. I do think that you can hide a lot of things in your backpack, but you can hide a lot of things in your pocket too. And I don't think it's fair for the school to take away laptop bags and purses as well.
My name is Cesar Martin Acosta, and I am a sophomore, so 10th grade.
And what are your opinions on the new backpack policy?
I don't think that the policy is necessarily a bad or a good thing, as it does, as shown from other schools, it does slightly assist in preventing contraband from entering the school, and the big idea, or the big reason, would be to lessen the chance of a school shooting, while at the same time I think the policy is a bit annoying to some students. It can be an inconvenience for students who have to carry around multiple books around the school, and either way the risks over the reward seems to be kind of fair, but I would rather have the security of the no backpacks than the inconvenience, even if it is a great inconvenience to some students. And while it can hurt their learning, better for them to learn less than to be dead.
I'm Mr. Rhodes, and I teach World History Honors and Current Events.
All right, so what is your opinion about the students not being able to have backpacks in the classroom, and how does that affect the way you might teach things?
Okay. Backpacks, for me, don't really affect the teaching process too much. On a personal level, I understand the frustration because a lot of students will have to go to their lockers to get things. Sometimes they'll forget things in their locker as a result. I understand it also takes a little bit longer for kids to get to class. We had one kid in my third period class, I won't call out by name, who frequently shows up late, but he has a reason, as in we are aware of that, that he does take a little bit extra time to get to his locker because he has to go from one side of the school to the other and then back to the other in order to get to my classroom. So that does kind of bog down the learning process. That being said, while that is the case, it does kind of, I don't know how to word this, it makes the learning environment cleaner, I guess, because the backpacks kind of just being slung around, and kids oftentimes don't organize their backpacks. They'll have like wads of paper in there sometimes. They have to bring in actual like stacks to make it's more convenient if your stuff is organized to carry under your arm than it would be if it was a giant mess that you had to carry around like this. So as a result, I've noticed kids this year have come in much more organized, which is I didn't suspect to be the case, but is. So that has helped the process. And honestly, the amount of kids that have to go to their locker or might run a little bit late isn't really that big. So I get the frustration from students' perspectives because we like to have our stuff with us as we're moving from class to class. So I understand it from student perspective, but from a teacher perspective, the help has been minimal, but I think it has helped the learning process a little bit. That being said, I'm sort of indifferent on the issue. If they brought them back tomorrow, I probably wouldn't bat an eye as a teacher. I'd understand the student's plight, I'd understand their frustration, and if they wanted to lobby to bring it back, I wouldn't push back against that at all. So hopefully that makes sense.
Coming to the Felix Frame is a brand new segment, Framing the Fun. We head over to Cooper Pryfogle and Chris Knapp to give you all the insight on what's to come.
Hey guys, it's Chris Knapp.
And Cooper Pryfogle.
Here on the Felix Frame, we're making a new segment called Framing the Fun.
This will be a whole segment for us to interact with you.
You will decide what we talk about each episode.
So make sure you're following the Felix Frame Instagram page to stay updated.
That's it for this week's episode of the Felix Frame.
Where we frame the news you need to know.